All right. Time for another day of 7 days to die. Hopefully it goes better today. I was having some unfortunate issues last time. Let's try and get that closed. Hopefully things work better today. Been doing a fair bit of tweaking on my video and audio settings, and I wish that it's better as it is right now. Do need to do a little bit of looting before night falls. Need to get a little bit of loot. Oh. Let's get our friend out here for a little dance. Do you need to get some better weapons? Let's see if we can do this without everything respawning. Strong legs. Food never hurts. Beer never hurts. Ooh. No money. get a wrench. Oh, come on, stop climbing here. Guess not. Alright, come up here. Ooh, treasure map. Wrench, wrench, wrench. Yes. Exactly what I needed. Leather never hurts. That's a bit unfortunate. Not quite planned. Scrap. See if I can get back to base without getting killed. Now that I've found my wrench at least. All right. Not too bad a find. We don't need this one. I guess we can sell some of the clothes. If the trader wants it. Puffer coat might be good to keep though. Food, shoes, pants. Yep. Food. Scrap. Cooking pot. We can melt down. rifle parts. See if we can get that one. Let's see, now it's 50. Let's see, after some, not very much more, but it's a start. Seeds. Wrench. Hey, Septon. Lazy, yeah, I know. Terribly lazy. Trying to get organized here. Had major problems finding a stupid wrench. Takes so long to find them sometimes. Let's see, I need to get another scrap iron. I need to get it some better weapons. Alright, that should allow us to have a club, barbed or spike. Ooh, I can probably do a... Can I do a spiked one? Nope. I can do a barbed one. Or iron reinforced. Let's do that. So how does the quality of the stream? I was having some problems trying to get fixing up the quality. For some reason it was just totally messed up. So I've been playing around with all the stream settings. Come on, give me some more. Undetected at least. Need to get some spikes out there, I think. Alright, let's make a iron reinforced club at least. Oh, really? Do you normally lag at 720? Because that could potentially be a bitrate issue as well, otherwise. Club. That's not very much better. Yeah, that's true. It's I think partially when I'm yeah, when I've been playing around with that, I had pretty good at before, and then something got messed up because I wasn't streaming for a fair while. So I've been trying to get it back into, you know, being at least a reasonable quality. So I mean, I'm doing 720 48 FPS. I got about 4000 bitrate, so at least it looks okay. When I was streaming 1080, because I'm using the H.264, I'm not using CPU encoding because it just kills my processor, and then I get some lot of drop frames. Yeah, I know how that can be. Always troublesome. Let me see if I can do some painting here. Need to get a paintbrush. Paintbrush. Oh, animal hide. Oh yeah, I have one paintbrush coming up. Huh. All right. So let's see what I can paint. Oh, I have all these nice things I cannot paint. All right. Let's get a... Oh, you switch. Are you using Shadowplay then? I used to use Shadowplay when I was just doing a little bit very casually, but I do prefer OBS just for the additional control it gives you. Okay, yeah. But if you're using OBS, you can switch to use the H.264, and it's using the NVIDIA GPU encoding as well. So it should look exactly the same as you would get in GeForce Experience. But it means that you have to use the GPU encoding, which I'm doing now. The problem with the GPU encoding is that if you stand still, quality is good. You get, yeah. You should check that out. Try using OBS and switch it over to H.264, which is also the GPU encoding, exactly the same encoding as you get on GeForce Experience. The problem with that one though is that if you're standing still, you get good quality. I mean, you can see the details and everything. As you start moving around, it's not as good as keeping the quality up as X264 is. Yeah, I know, playing around with the setting can be a big pain. I have that as well. You really have to play around and see what works. So H.264 works pretty okay, but yeah, fast motion, has a little bit of problem with it. So I switched over to using 48 FPS, so it's a little bit better. But what I noticed with 7 Days to Die is that there's so many small details, grass and things like that really kills it because it has problems with all the details. Let's see, what walls are we going to have here? I would do pink, but it's that might look a bit bad. Dark red. Not too bad. Metal white. Yeah. Well, 7 Days to Die is just notoriously unoptimized. It's just the amount of GPU it's using for just normal things is quite heavy. I mean, I bought a 1080 Ti, and the FPS is still not that extremely good. I mean, I'm running it on a higher resolution monitor though. Yeah, 60 FPS I was having problems with. I mean, it becomes, the problem that I get is my GPU can handle it. The problem is when you stream it, because you really need a very high bitrate to do 60 FPS. So I don't want to do 30 because I did some comparison with 30 versus 60, and there's quite a big difference. So I thought, fine, let me try 48, and it's less than 60, so at least it's easier on the bitrate. So, but at least it's better than 30 FPS. So 720, 48 seem to be manageable at least. But yeah, it really depends. Let's see, that's camo. Oh no. No. I'm running out of paint as well. No, let's leave the rest of it. Actually. Yeah, it does. And that's another frustrating thing, right? It's like, it doesn't matter what you try, you still have all these issues. It can be a little bit frustrating. I mean, I do hope that they're gonna work on the optimization, because some of these things are just painful at the moment. I mean, you play with a good GPU. I mean, the 1060 is pretty good. I mean, it's definitely better than my old 780. But still, I mean, you would have expected to get a lot higher FPS than you get. Unfortunately, you don't. That's it's annoying, to say the least. I know, painting. I mean, I need more paint. If only I found 2 workbenches just in the car, whatever it's called, car pump, and there's a hardware shop as well just across that has a workbench. But I'm trying to find the chemistry station so I can get more paint. Now, I don't think they're really going to do much optimization, but I think it's a pity. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they spend like a couple of resources just, cramming optimization for 3 months. I mean, they have like, 10 people working on it now or whatever it is. So even if you spend a couple of resources just to optimize it, I think it could make it quite a bit of difference. Because it really is quite annoying with how inefficient it is right now. Yeah, they do. I think that people understand it, but I think it's just as players, there are certain inefficiencies that are, I'm running a 1080 Ti, and sure, I'm running higher resolution, but you definitely don't get like 200 FPS, and that's what you would have wanted to get. And the problem is for people with lower GPUs, they have a lot more problems. And that is obviously a bit annoying for them. But yeah, I mean, I think people are accepting of the situation. Not that you have much choice. Either you accept it or you don't play. That's sort of all you can do. So I'm using an i7 4790K, if I'm not wrong. So it's still about 3 years old. Was it 4? 3? Probably about... No, actually my CPU is probably 4 years old. It's pretty old actually. But it is an i7. So that helps a little bit with doing other things. But even then, I mean, I have, you read of all these new CPUs, the Threadripper and 16 core and all those things. You go like, that would have been nice to have, or just a fast new one. I haven't tried. I've watched a few. I mean, it's on my Steam wish list that I'm keeping an eye on it because I think they've done great strides in the last year with that one because it looks really good. What I'm a little bit concerned is that they don't polish it up before they move on to new things, new features. But I've watched some Let's Plays, and I think it definitely looks interesting. 7 degrees. I mean, this really funny biome that I'm like in this. It's not a plains. It's like just a normal biome, but then I have like this winter biome just next to it. So during the daytime, I'm like overheating, and during the nighttime, and when I go there, I'm just freezing my ass off. So have you played Love the Empyrean? Because it did look really nice. Yep. See if I can do a quest. Call me the right direction. Where the hell is the quest? Oh. It might be all right. Yeah, I mean, what I like about 7 Days to Die, one of the big things I like is that it's everything in XML files. So if you want to change it, then you just change things up. I don't know. Can you do that in Empyrean? Can you go into the config files and change it like you can in 7 Days to Die? Or maybe that's not possible. Because that's something that I really like that you can go in and configure things. If you don't like something, you can go in and configure it. If you want to find out how much damage something is, or the time to craft or looting or something, you just go into the file and have a look. And if you want to change it, then you just tweak it. And I think that's one of the big strengths of 7 Days to Die, actually. C#. Yeah. But the question is, can you access the config files? Okay. Because I mean it's you never saw. I mean I never really saw that in a lot of games prior to 7 Days to Die. The having everything in XML files, which is pretty clever. I mean, I wish they had done that for things like Minecraft and whatever other games, especially these sandbox games where a lot of people want to tweak, right? They might not agree with how things are, and given the opportunity to tweak, they would. Okay, yep. And I do see some people doing that. Oh yeah, I need to do some spikes. Recipe spikes. Let's see if I can get more wood. Yeah. Toolsmithing. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I really think that. I mean, mods are great. I mean, I if you look at games like Minecraft or even 7 Days to Die, having mods really extend the interest that people have, because it means that, you know, if you're tired of it, you try Val mode, right? Or you try, you know, whatever else there are. I know Skippy was working on some things, you know, ultimately what else, survival ones, and it extends the game. But a lot of people obviously don't have the patience or the knowledge to really do big mods, but they can go in and change some config files. You don't want to have, you know, you don't want to have dogs, you go in and turn them off, right? You want to have more dogs, you go in and, you know, and give it more. And I think that's something that is really helpful, because it really allows you to sort of customize it, give the game that you want to play. So how big are your stacks now then? Yeah, that's true. I hear that can still be an issue with 7 Days to Die. Changing things multiplayer if there are certain conditions that are met, because I'm not sure whether it syncs all the files every time you play. Yeah, I wish they would do more. I mean, I can understand that they haven't done everything, but you could imagine them writing a UI that sort of proactively goes into all the XMLs and says, fine, I'm just going to make a generic UI that just allows you to change everything in the XML files. I think that would be really nice. Ooh. Ooh. Nice. All right, let me drop back some of these things. Wow, 24,000? Wow, that's a lot. I wish, I know there was a big discussion on the 7-day forums about backpack size, but that's another thing that, you know, potentially is, you know, something that you might want to change. This one. Correct. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I mean, since everything is XMLs, I mean, you could imagine them just writing a UI that just dynamically allows you to access all the files and change things in sliders. I mean, because everything is part of XML, I mean, that's something that should be doable to accomplish. And I think it would help. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I read about that as well, that, you know, it's fine where you're playing, but after logging out, it wouldn't save it, right? Yeah, I mean, I wish they would finally implement the bigger backpacks. Ooh, I hear history. Come here, Mr. Punk. Or use SMX. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, some things like this, I wish they would just go through. I mean, you could imagine having the backpack being an XML config, right? I mean, you can't imagine that should be a major issue. Oh, 4 wrenches? Oh no. Yeah, I was searching and searching and searching. I couldn't find a single wrench until just now, actually. I should thank you for coming in and giving me the wrench. Maybe it was one of your lost ones that I managed to find. Hey, Mr. Curry! Mr. Noodle! Not playing Rainbow Six? How's the stream for you, Noodle? Are you watching it in 720? Oh, you're about to play. I saw no one else was playing it, so... playing some 7 Days to Die. And I've already died once. I was embarrassed. Oh, I need to take off my jacket again. Ooh, I need some clothes. Maybe I should wear the pants. I should wear the shoes as well. Ah, using app on desktop, okay. Yeah, I know. It's finding a wrench can be so painful at times, and then once you have one, you start looking, and then all of a sudden you get another one, another one, another one. And the annoying thing is that if you want to craft the wrench yourself, you need to have steel, and worse, you need to have mechanical parts. You generally only find the mechanical parts from, well, wrenching. Oh yeah. Do I have any more? Okay, I got some clothes at least. Can't run around naked. Oh yeah, you're working pretty late, right? Ooh, and here's another good guy to kill. The Mad Mole. Who actually, I have to say, is one of the best looking zombies. And it's also one of the toughest ones. Of course, not as tough as the radiated ones, but actually, I would have liked to see this one radiated. I wouldn't like to see him feral. Yeah, that as well. Come on, give me something. So these ones, the biker can have very good loot. Fortunately, I'm not very lucky with that. Let's see if I can find this one was broken. Yep. Oh, but this one was also broken. All right. Oh, Jimmy. No, I haven't tried Fortnite Battle Royale. I just read today on Twitter that it's actually free to play for the... So, that the Battle Royale is free in Fortnite. Handlebars, glasses, hunting rifle parts, hunting rifle, ooh. Blood rock kit, yep. Mining helmet, yep. Oh no, let's see. Don't tell me he oh, he already restocked, the bastard. I bought probably I haven't played it when I bought it. Oh, he had this.
You want a guarantee, huh? Well, maybe you should try Shamway.
I want a guarantee. He had the mini bike schematic, and I think he just restocked just this morning.
Out of my store.
Oh, I should have gone yesterday. Well, if you haven't, if you haven't played it, you can always refund it, right? Oh, there are no Asia servers for Battle Royale for the Fortnite. That's terrible. That is really annoying. Shotgun. Leather boots, no. Can, no. Alcohol, no. Oh, that sucks. It's a wrench, but I don't want to waste all my money on the wrench. Ah, okay. So we're in you're located in the US, right?
All that damn gawking at goods, and that's all you buy?
I need to, yes. Be quiet, Jimmy. I'm gonna buy the painting. It's important to know how to paint.
Now that we're done doing business, get out of my store.
Oh, possibly. But I'm in Southeast Asia, so I need the Southeast Asia servers. So let's see here. Oh, that's so bloody far, though. Alright, let's go treasure hunting. Oh, Canada. Oh, alright. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. No, I'm in Singapore, actually. I'm originally from Europe, but I'm in Singapore now. So my timings are pretty bad for pretty much everything. And I'm just expecting my second daughter is, well, she should be arriving in the next few days, so there's always other things to worry about as well. Alright, let's take this guy out. If I can hit him. Sure. Yes, come on. Die. Again. Boots. Eh. Well, at least they look cool. Let's go this way. So Noodle, did you play a lot of... Ooh. Oh, I really want the food. I said, Noodle, did you play PUBG a lot? Ooh, yes. Oh, you didn't? Okay. I know Venge played it. I wonder who else in the group played it. I mean, it looks pretty fun, but you know, especially if you're playing multiplayer, probably. Well, 2. If you're playing more than 2, it's probably more troublesome though. The downside is, of course, if you die, then you have to wait for everyone else. Oh, nothing. Well, at least I have some food. Arrows, yes. Arrows, arrows. Welcome back, Mr. Septon. Nothing of interest happened except I slaughtered a pig and got some nice meat. I like that they changed the pigs to wild boars. It makes it a little bit more of a challenge. I don't like the wolves though. I bet I'm gonna run across some wolves here and I'm gonna die. I should have some here on me actually. If I have that's just... Actually, I don't have that enable right. I can actually do that. Let me see. Oh, you did that with the bear. All right, that's lucky. I do have that widget. Maybe it's not enabled though. See if I can do that. I'm gonna switch out just a moment. Restream chat. You guys don't see the chat, right? Do you see the chat overlaid on the game? Well, now you do. Question, do you guys see that overlay of the chat previously as well? No, I'm using Restream. So it's the Restream chat. So was it showing up all along? Okay. Now, so what I'm using the because I'm basically streaming on Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time. So I'm using Restream, and they have this Restream chat bot that basically connects to all three chats. So I can see that there's a Restream application that I have on my second monitor, so I can see that one. And I'm also putting up the chat on the stream itself, because otherwise, you wouldn't see if someone speaks in Twitch or vice versa, and that becomes a little bit weird if I see someone in Twitch and you're on YouTube and I respond to that and you have no idea what people are asking. So I find that quite useful. So yeah, I set up some of these things. I haven't really used them very much, but I have them at least set up. Oh yeah, that's why I didn't see it, because it times out after, I don't know, 10 seconds or something. It'll vanish from the screen. That's probably why. Ooh, come on. This one, yes. I'm such a poor aimer. Okay. Yeah, you should. Ooh, lucky hit there. Ooh. Steel iron. Now let's grab that. Oh, I found all this. When did I pick up all this ammo? Did anyone see when I picked up all this ammo? Maybe I've been looting things without paying attention. Yeah, maybe I like the Mixer application. The Mixer's the rebranded Beam, but actually it's actually pretty slick, the UI. And because since Restream can do that without an issue, I thought, fine, let me just turn that on as well. No harm. Maybe. Just like all of a sudden I got like all this ammunition. I'm like, where did I get it from? Couldn't have given me a gun as well. Since they're at it, that's enough. Well, maybe I'll get something from the... Oh, vitamins, those are nice. Honey is also nice. And I have to say... When I played Alpha 15, Dog Day was obviously something you worried about. Now I'm not very worried about the Dog Days. I'm really worried about the Zombie Bear and Zombie Dog Day. Those are terrible. Have you run into... Okay, I guess I'm hot. Have you run into the Zombie Bear and Zombie Dog Days? Take that off. Yeah. I'm gonna do that as well. Oh yeah. So why I like the punk zombies is that you can find the mechanical parts. Yeah, lead to that one. And I always like to have mechanical parts. Oh, 40-ish, yeah, okay. Yeah, I did that. I was actually doing a single player world in 16.2. Well, 16.1 and 16.2. And sort of like day 8, I was, just walking around checking for zombies, and then I see literally, 7, 8 dogs and 2 zombie bears right behind me. And I managed to, fortunately I was near a town, so I managed to skip up a water tower. But that was not quite planned. Those zombie bears are just horrible. Ooh. Eat it up. Well, there's another town there at least. Oh, this looks to be another town over there as well. That looks... What is... Oh, that's another... That might be another trader, actually. That actually could be another trader. Hello. Yes, it is another trader. Nice. Yeah, tons of them. And I like that you can see them from a distance. So to me, that's really major help to just make it more immersive. Usually. One thing I like if you've gotten the nothing wolf hordes. Those can be very good for meat if you're in your base. I had that when because I'm doing a game through with a co-op one. Ooh. And we had this. Oh, come on, give me a functional one. Ooh. Destroyed. Oh, that's nice. I can go sell some stuff. We had a wolf horde with dire wolves, and after that one I had like 30 meat.
But if you cross me, you'll meet the wrong end of my 44.
Yeah. I don't want to sell that. If you're prepared for them, yeah. Come on, give me a mini bike book. Hop seat. No. Why is there nothing good here? Ooh. Should I buy that one? Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I need to learn how to paint. It's my new goal.
All right, now that we're done doing business, get out of my store.
Trader. Nice, and they're quite close as well.
Put away your weapon unless you'd like to die in my store.
No, keep that one. Wrench.
Cha-ching! Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, direwolf? Yeah. And because they're big, they give you a lot of the food as well. And I'm like, I'll take it, you know. Don't mind if I do. Corn, I don't need that for now. Yeah, so I was like a bit worried when they attacked, but it's like, nah, just a bunch of wolves, some dire wolves. Half of them died on the spikes, and then I just killed the rest, and then I had meat for days. Well, maybe not for days. The meat stew just costs so much nowadays to make, but at least having all this extra once helped. And if this one is, at least it's not going to be underneath. Alright, let's get rid of this one first. Ooh, food. Scrap. Alright, let's see if I can get this. Hey, this is a PG stream. No naked women, please. I'll get banned from Twitch or YouTube or both. Oh yeah, I like the machete though. Just need to get a machete going. Let's see if I can. Bound it out a little bit. Oh, insane, always run. No. That's a little bit too rich for me. So maybe I should get some of the treasure hunter. Yeah, it's I don't want to be spending way too much. Nope. Ooh. More. Actually, sometimes where you can find them sort of sticking out of the ground. Alright, it's way more space than I want to have, but yeah, that's true. What? At least I have beer so I can run all the way home. Mining skill up. Maybe I should make a shovel. Iron shovel, but it takes so much of the stamina. I like using... Alright. I like using the iron tools and everything, but they just drain the stamina. Yeah, well, that's true. Ooh, cat food. I'll take it. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Let's crap this one. Plastic we don't need. Arrows. Oh, you mean on the map? Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Which incidentally is roughly around here, actually. Yeah, grain alcohol. Yeah. I mean, later on, again, you know, once you gotten your stamina regen up and everything, it's not too bad, but early game it can be a bit painful. Coffee is fine for a small burst, but yeah, it doesn't last. I think it's what, 90 seconds? So it doesn't really help you all that long if you really want to do something serious. Now, of course, I'm probably going to run out of time here. That'll be nice. Running back in the dark. With my luck, I'll probably get killed before then anyway. I have a friendly dog horde run past. Yeah, I've been looking to find some... Sorry, insects text. Yep. And of course, a wandering horde is coming by. Well, let's have them walk by. Yeah, it's the default settings. Always run. Might work if you are... They came to help me dig it out. Yeah, I should kite them into the hole and let them dig. Probably with my luck they'll dig and then they'll destroy the chest. I think they walked past most of them anyway. Hello, ladies. Thanks for dropping it. Ooh. Oh, you're helping me. Okay. Some company while I'm digging. Oh. Food delivery? I'll take it. Alright, so where was I? Oh, I think they're all gone. Oh yeah, I always have a default. Never run, I think, gets a little bit dull. It's a little bit too easy. I mean, even now with default, I mean, if you run into the feral ones, they'll be running during the day anyway. Blue skirt for brigade. I know, isn't it sexy? It's like a kilt. If only it was better quality. If I just had an auger, that would have been nice. Yeah. I wish they would come in more colors. I mean, I always see the blue ones. But like, come on. I'm sure they made them in different colors. Yeah. I hope they fix the AI and the pathing in general. I mean, we were playing multiplayer. We had a wandering horde come by. And literally, we were chasing the wandering horde because they refused to engage us. We would shoot them from the back and one would turn and attack, but everyone else would just keep going. Despite all the noise of us killing them one by one. Which of course made it a lot harder because they would just, they would just string out. Oh, you see red? Okay. Yeah, red skirt would be nice. And mini bike would be nicer. It's pretty far away. Oh, come on, I need the money. At least I'm leveling up my mining skills. I'm gonna kill this one. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Well, they should have made just a multicolored one, like a kilt kind of look. Let's be equal opportunity here. Come on. Oh yeah, it's one of the frustration, and people bring it up all the time. And you know, you have that sometimes. You'll turn around and it sounds like they're just next to you, and then they're literally 50 meters away. And then you'll hear something in the distance, and they'll whack you because they actually happen to be right next to you where you were. And I'm not really sure why, whether it's an engine thing or it's just something else. See you, Noodle. Good luck. A sexy black dress. Well, like they say, everyone needs a little black dress, right? For a night out on the town. Especially with all these strippers around. And I hate when they fall into blocks. You can't get a headshot afterwards. Oh. And where was that? Oh, here. Oh, you don't have that Asian Empyrean? Okay. Yeah, it's 7 days to die. It just happens all the time. Well, if there's no one else to watch, right, it's just you in the mirror. Of course, I turned off reflections because they're so horribly inefficient. Well, you can do the third-person view to admire. I mean, fair is fair. I mean, in the desert, you know, having a skirt should probably be quite nice. Hey, Dave! Oh, you hate treasures? Good evening for you. If it's good evening, where are you located? Are you in Europe? I mean, it wouldn't even be evening there. I love treasures if I have an auger. If I don't have an auger, it's a little bit more painful. Yeah, Poles used to have issues with. Let's see if I can make sure I can get back. Poles used to have issues with crawlers. Actually, I believe could get through, but Poles don't seem to let them through anymore. Oh yes. Ooh. Oh yes. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, Germany. Excellent. Germany is actually the second. I think they're the second on my YouTube videos, geography wise. Germany is the second largest viewers of all my videos. So it must be you, Dave. I thank you for giving me all those views from Germany. Post let everything in if too high. Oh, you mean, are you placing them vertically? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, actually, I used to watch one of the German streamers, Doc M. I always enjoyed his Minecraft. I mean, I used to play a lot of Minecraft years back. Vertically on the bottom with a pillar on next placement up. Okay. I usually place the... I place them horizontally because that'll block them from zombies from entering. Well, at least this was a good find. Plenty of ammunition and an SMG. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, it's true. I mean, Germans and Germany has always been famous for engineering. So I think that makes sense. I mean, I'm not sure whether you guys played Minecraft, but I know a number of the people who were doing a lot of analysis of the game, of the code of different builds, especially Redstone, etc., were from Germany. I mean, Doc M and his SIP crowd, I think they were called. They just did a lot of that. German engineering, Siemens, Mercedes. So yeah, it's a big thing. I wonder how long beer lasts. Well, it's not too far. Good thing I brought beer. You know, being out here without beer, that would suck. I'd probably just dig a hole down and just hide in it. Because I know I'm going to get killed. At least the sunset is beautiful. If it wasn't so terrifying. Come on, stay up a bit longer. Don't have to set. A beer. Carlsberg, Heineken. Yep. And of course they're behind me. And my tree farm is coming along just nicely. Ooh. Cologne. You must be smelling quite nice then. Let's see what we have here then. My perfect organization here. Actually, that would have been pretty cool and I'm sure that I'm sure there'll be people doing that. I mean, you could imagine having people streaming because on Twitch, right? I mean, they're doing all this, they're connecting to like Streamlabs and stuff like that, and you're getting points for just you catching chests and stuff like that on the stream, and you can imagine players actually using that to spawn things. So let's say 5,000 points to spawn a zombie bear. I think it was better in Alpha 15, right? If I'm not wrong. But I would take a bear right now for some meat. That would be nice. Make another chest. Get some organization going here. That's a lot of ammo though. Yeah, because you could imagine doing that. You actually, now that I think of it, I think Midnight Designer might have done something like that. Because I remember, I only checked it a little bit, but I saw people were doing something in the chat and then they were spawning things. So maybe he had something set up that actually did that. But yeah, I think stuff like that is cool. I mean, it's just, like you said, it adds to the interaction with audience, and that's always a good thing. Ammo. This one. Scrap. Hey, Supersonic Train on Mixer. How you doing, man? And a yes. Maybe you can explain what the yes was. Oh. On day 3? Wow, that really sucks. I mean, I've gotten them on like day 8, but day 3 is, that would ruin my day. I'm good. Do you play the game yourself, Supersonic Train? Sort of greeting. Well, any greeting is a good greeting. Yep, you weigh too much. That's why, pardon me, that's why just now when I was attacking the wild boar, I nerf hole next to a tree, because at least the tree will be holding up. Oh, you play an Xbox One. I feel a bit... there's obviously a fair bit of controversy in the whole thing, but I feel a bit bad whenever I see people having bought the game on the consoles. Because initially when they launched it, it was great. I thought, cool, the console looks great. I might buy it just to play with friends. But then it just falls behind, and I think that's really, really unfortunate. So whereas it looked nice, now you look at it and go like, well, aren't they going to update? When are they going to update the game? And I think it has the capacity. Well, I think a lot of people got pissed off. Let me see here. Potato seed. I have an old Xbox not the Xbox One. I have an old Xbox, PS3. I never actually bought the PS4 or Xbox One. I think because I don't game enough on the console, so I don't want to buy and have to buy the gold and then I play it once a year or something and then I'm sort of paying for it. But I mean, I used to, play a little bit more. Depends really on the game. But now with Steam, what I do instead, I run an HDMI cable from my PC, to the other side of the wall to the living room TV, and I sit with a controller, wireless Xbox controller that is connected to my PC, and I can game on, sitting on the couch, without having to have a console, right? And obviously, because of having a 1080 Ti, it makes the frame rate a lot better, the quality a lot better than just having a console. True. What I find is more annoying on the console is that the updates are so slow. I mean, I do understand that it's not made by the fun pimps, but at the same time, it's sort of like, let's ask, Supersonic Train, how do you feel about the slow updates on the console, for instance? At least I'm no longer wet. Pebble rocks. CP? What does CP mean? So I'm playing on the PC right now. Actually, let me just check this. I don't know how delayed the stream is actually. Let me pull that up, see if I can. Videos. Can I get that on my own? Live. I'm trying to pull up my own stream on Twitch. Let's see if I can. Yeah, and I think that it's very unfortunate that it really is that slow to bring out on the console, because it irritates people, and you shouldn't have to do that, because people look at it and they go like, "Wow, this is all these cool things, and no, why don't I get to see them as well?" Right, so the stream is about 10 to 15 seconds late after. Right. I was just checking to see how delayed the stream was compared to my gaming. It's about 10-12 seconds, and I'm not too bad. So yeah, I mean, I really think it's unfortunate. I mean, I wish they had set it up in such a way that people got the updates on the console a lot more timely. But I think ultimately it becomes a problem for sort of marketing wise, because people want to have it faster. Save hunting rifle and some bullets. I mean, what would be cool though, I mean, like, well, I guess that's one thing that's not going to happen, right? Is that you might see eventually cross-platform play between PC and Xbox, but obviously Sony doesn't like to do cross-platform play on the PlayStation. It's a lot of things. I mean, I think effectively the console is almost like two whole alphas behind the PC, and that's a problem. I mean, I think that I think just when the recent patch for console gave like traders, and we've had that for a while, right? But you don't have any of the electricity stuff. And if you're playing the game right now, I think the whole electricity stuff is really one of the more interesting things. I mean, it's a big difference. Weaponsmithing, gunsmithing, science, armor crafting. All this electricity stuff, I think, is a big thing. This one I need to buy. Oh, this one I also need to buy. Yeah, this split screen again. That was one of the reasons why I looked at the console version, because I like to play co-op. I like to play with with friends and family. I think it's a good way to enjoy gaming. And if you can do that on console, then that's a cool thing. I wish they would put that into the PC versions, right? Because again, with Steam and Steam Big Picture, there's no reason why you couldn't play. Of course, it has to be raining. Electric, yeah. I mean, if Supersonic Train, if you go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/vedui42, you'll see I have a fair bit of tutorials that delve into a lot of the Alpha 16 things. And a big focus is obviously a lot of the electricity stuff, the turrets and everything. So you can have a look there and you'll see a lot of things that you're missing out on console. Actually, maybe you shouldn't check there because it will just frustrate you, maybe. Well, that's something that it's a big difference. That's, yeah, now we're back to the optimization thing. See. Yeah, electricity, I think is cool. It does cause some issues with lag, especially like pressure plates apparently were giving a lot of lag. So but I like it. I mean, I've been doing a lot of my testing. I think that having a lot of electricity stuff definitely will bring down your FPS, and of course having a lot of zombies will bring it down even more. But once you have a lot of traps and everything, you want to have a lot of zombies as well, right? So it's sort of a trade-off of what you're going to do. Alright, so what do I need to do? Oh, let me do flagstone. Let me get some of those. Oh yeah, I should get it. Axe. Pickaxe. Yeah, I've seen some people doing that, and I think that's it's like it's the cool stuff. It's the stuff that I want to have, and then you can't because of poor optimization. It's sort of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You want to do all this nice stuff, but you can't because it causes problems with FPS. So it's, I don't know what the trade-off is. Or rather, I know what the trade-off, but I don't know what the best balance is. I agree. I mean, I think it's it makes builds a lot more interesting nowadays. I think they were kind of boring before. Ah, okay, yeah. Well, we'll see how bad it gets here. I'm obviously nowhere close to get a lot of electricity stuff. Ooh, see? Wandering horde in the morning. Let's avoid those. Yeah, pressure plates apparently have some issues, and I don't really know why. But apparently they're extremely inefficient. I think something has gone wrong with the coating. Because it shouldn't. I mean, functionally they're almost the same as tripwire. And tripwire doesn't have the same problems. So I really think that something has been implemented in a weird way. Hello. Hello. Oh, read. Ooh. Nice. This one. Yeah, I hope they fix that, because I really think that's needed. So, I mean, I used to like the pressure plates. Ooh. Oh, of course I'm bleeding. See, having an SMG is good. Unfortunately, he hit me right before I could do something. Ooh, food. Bastard. Please don't respawn. Right. Read. See, they respawned. Alright, let's go and get some wood. Yeah, I know. I mean, getting a dog there was not quite planned. I saw something jump down, but I thought, nah, it's just a normal zombie. And of course, that was not just a normal zombie. Yeah, and the whole sleeper thing is just frustrating. All the respawning sleepers just because you happen to exit the POI. And the problem is because the footprint of some of these POIs is very small, so you step off the porch, they'll respawn. Because all of a sudden, you're counted as outside. And I know they fixed some of the respawning thing, but not all of them. So if you walk in and there's no one, if you're unlucky, then 5 seconds later, they'll just spawn behind you or on top of you or whatever. Well, at least with better tools, I get more stuff. I can level up my mining tools. Yep, I have the light on. I tend to keep it on because it makes for a little bit better on the stream as well. Alright, see you, Septon. I don't know how long I'm going to continue, maybe another half hour. See how it goes, maybe until nighttime. It's already like 1 AM here, but I was having so much fun. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. Appreciate all the feedback. I love using the mining helmet. I think it's just one of those things that you really need to use in the game. Because look, I mean, if you turn it off right, everything just gets so dark. Spike. I like the sleeper system in principle. I like that you no longer can just clear everything outside and that's it. What I don't like is that you can't. I mean, if I was, if this was a realistic situation, you would go in, you'd make a lot of noise, you lure out whatever is there, so you can kill them one by one, and then you go in and loot. You can't do that because you'll lure them out. And there's new sleeper inside. And then you lure those out, and there's even more inside. I bet it's a crawler, yep. And I hate the dogs. I mean, even with an SMG and I managed to kill it pretty fast, it still managed to bleed me. Which is even more annoying. Yes, one feather. What a loot. Oh, and I need to get some. I need to make some armor actually. I forgot to do that during the nighttime while I was being distracted. Spikes, I can probably make some more. Yeah, they are. I like them. They're good meat. If you can just avoid getting killed of them when you're outside. I wish they would make no more noise. I wish they would howl more. Right. Arrow. Let me see if I can wrench some more cars. I want to get some more things so I can start making electrical stuff. I need a battery. Especially a battery. And the dire wolves are even worse. Or better, depending on how you look at it. Since they definitely chase you a lot further than normal wolves do. And it's a little bit inconsistent. I'm actually can't check my game stage. 15, okay. I'm still very low. Need some leather. Because once you start hitting, I think it's game stage 50 or something, that's when you're getting the bear and zombie dog hordes coming at you. I need some coffee. Okay. Always good. Oops, that's not at my house. Oh. So that's what happened to the whole horde that I ran into before. I'm gonna lay waste to that whole place. Interesting. I wonder if I can make a Molotov quickly. Molotov. Yes, I can. I can make exactly one. Nice. Where's the Molotov? Yes. Yes. Oh, of course I miss it. One more. The Molotov gas cloth. Okay, I think I have all those things. Cloth. Gas cloth. Jar. Come on, give me Molotov. It looks like I can't even throw it that far. I have to say I really like the Molotovs. Of course they don't do a lot of good against really strong zombies, but at least they'll help kill some of them. Finally got one after the third one. I thought that the angle you threw them would matter, but no. Apparently it's just a standard distance. Yes. I think they'll deal something like 100 damage or something. So against a lot of the normal zombies, even though they might not entirely kill them, they will do a good job of dropping them down in hit points at least. Almost got to loot that one. Ooh. Could have had some better loot, but At least they made me a way in. I should be grateful. See if there's any beer. Come on, ooh. Oh, that one I really want to read, yes. Let's not get stuck here for too long. So what do you enjoy playing most with in 16.3? What's your favorite things? Ooh. It's inside the other building. That's alright. We can store some of these things. Good to have. So we can smelt down. Probably smelt some of this down as well. Yeah, I like the Spike Club as well. Not a major fan of the sledgehammer. I mean, it can be good, but it's just so slow. See what I can get here. Bullet casing, suppose. I always like the Magnum. Always seems to work very well. Ooh, I'm hungry. Alright, I think I'm getting towards the end of the stream here. It's approaching 2 a.m. here. So, and I do have work tomorrow. So, Dave, how's the stream quality and the audio for you? Because I've been playing around with the audio and the video just to trying to improve it, which is one of the reasons I've been playing around with a lot the last few days. Okay. I like machetes sometimes, but what I don't like is that it's got such a short reach. So it can be a little bit troublesome to use. Okay. I mean, obviously there's always going to be some pixelation because of using H.264. That's a little bit unavoidable. And I only do 720 because the problem with H.264 is that it has problems at lower bit rates. If you get, when I do recording for my videos, I'm using like 50k bitrate, and then it doesn't matter, but for streaming it's a little bit more troublesome. I can't use X264 because the CPU just can't keep up all the time, and that creates a lot more problems. Actually, do this thing, make me club. I reinforce club. Hopefully it's been okay. Leather. Oh yeah, I was gonna make. That's right. I was gonna make some armor. Let me do that before I close though. Leather. Leather boots. Now let's see. Best I can. Scrap leather armor. All right. Oh, I need a lot more of scrap leather armor. Could do that later on, but I do need a lot more of the. I should go. There was a lot of town cells. Maybe I should go and find another town next time. So I can level up some of those things as well. Let's make some food. Alright, then at least I didn't die single time this time. Unlike last time, I was exploring one of those small bookstores, and in the back room there was a feral zombie, and she turned on me and she just killed me. They do so much damage and it's a little bit hard to outrun them. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it, guys. Hope it hasn't been too boring. I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching, Dave. A pleasure to chat with you here, not just in the comment section. And I hope you, I think on your side it was early evening, right? 6 hours, 8 p.m. or something? I guess it should be dinner time or something on your side. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. At least that means that all my effort in trying to tweak things had gone better. Because I think I had pretty good quality, and then something got messed up and I had really bad quality, and I was trying to figure out how I could fix that. It's a little bit irritating to have poor quality all the time. See you, Dave. See you, everyone. Have a good evening, a good day. Thanks, guys.